Welcome to the August 2023 edition of Corporate Reporting Insights. Now, in this month's newsletter, we focus on sustainability and in particular sustainability reporting, but also a reference to some Australian developments around Pillar 2 tax disclosures. We know over the last month or two, there's been a lot of activity around sustainability reporting. At the end of June, the International Sustainability Standards Board issued their very first two standards, IFRS S1 and S2. And then a day later, the Australian Treasury issued when they would expect mandatory reporting in the Australian environment. However, for our clients who are currently focusing on 30 June 2023 reporting season, there are two things to focus on. First of all, look at the TCFD recommendations and how you can incorporate that into your operating and financial review. And secondly, focus on Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions, and again, to include that within your operating and financial review. The operating and financial review, which is part of the director's report, requires you or should include a disclosure of your business risks, including climate-related risks, and also opportunities. Now, from a sustainability perspective, in this month's newsletter, we look at a framework for reporting those climate risks in your operating and financial review. And we address the question whether for 30 June 2023, you should look at the TCFD disclosures or IFRS S2. Very important to know that the TCFD recommendations are incorporated into IFRS S2 and further expanded on. Therefore, the TCFD recommendations is a really good stepping stone to eventually implement IFRS S2. We also have an article on what does climate reporting mean for directors' liability. Climate reporting requires forward-looking statements. Many directors have been quite nervous about that, and the latest Treasury consultation paper provides some relief. We also have an article looking at where you operate will drive your sustainability reporting journey, meaning if your parent entity or your subsidiaries are reporting in New Zealand, Singapore, UK, US, Europe, what are their sustainability reporting obligations and how does it link or overlap with what you have to do in Australia? We also flag that IOSCO have endorsed the International Sustainability Reporting Standards, which is amazing news because our regulators will now be supportive of IFRS S1 and S2. And we do not expect separate set of standards in the US, similar to what we have in accounting where we have US GAAP. We also include a sustainability reporting update for Q2 of 2023. We then also invite you to register for our series of sustainability webinars for the rest of the year, where we are focusing on the greenhouse gas protocol and how do you measure your carbon footprint. You can also watch our most recent ESG webinar on setting the organizational and operational boundaries for measuring your carbon footprint, as well as our recent IFRS webinar looking at increased complexity when accounting for convertible notes. From an Australian development perspective, we've got two articles. The first question is, where should these TCFD disclosures be presented in your annual report? And I think I've given it away earlier in the video in the operating and financial review. And then also we have an article on Pillar 2 disclosures in your 30 June interim and annual financial statement. So it's the Pillar 2 tax disclosures. We hope you enjoy reading about all these latest developments. And if you need any assistance around sustainability, reporting, or broader financial reporting, please be in contact with our BDO experts.